this is Comic Uno. Today I'm doing a review for Amazing X-Men issue 1. Here's the cover for that. I wasn't able to actually get the printed version. For some reason my comic book store didn't have it. So I decided to get it digitally. So I got all my Marvel comics digitally this week, which is only 2 of them. And I wasn't able to get Superman Unchained either. But yeah, I still got it digitally. I didn't really know what to expect with this series because I'm not a big Nightcrawler fan. I was just going to say Nightwing. But yeah, I'm not a big Nightcrawler fan. When he died, I was like, oh, I'm sad, but yeah. But I know there's a lot of people that are big Nightcrawler fans that are really been looking forward to this issue. So I'm like, let me give this a chance. You know, he is a pirate and everything, but let's give it a chance. But before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a little update. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 21, which is the show where I review all the comics this week that I read in one show, and that's on DarkAvengerINC. And here are the exclusive comics for that. Alex plus Aja, issue 1. Green Lantern, issue 25. Morning Glories, issue 34. Action Comics, which is a 0-year tie-in, issue 25. And then Trillium, issue 4. So if you want to go check out those reviews, definitely go to Comic Uno episode 21. But let's talk about Amazing X-Men, issue 1. Let's talk about it. Here is the cover again. And yeah, we do get to see Nightcrawler does return. Not everyone knows about it, but he does. And he's in heaven, actually. You know, a place that he's always wanted to be. He's a very Catholic character. He's always expressed that. Even in the movies, we get to see that. But he's always been a very religious character. And he's in heaven, having a good time. And he's like, you know what, I feel that my chapter hasn't ended yet. Or my life hasn't ended yet. I have to go back. And they're like, no, enjoy what you earned. And his father actually comes and tries to destroy his life a little. He's like, no, I have to go back. So now we flash to the Wolverine X-Men school, and Firestar is actually a new teacher here, and everyone's ignoring her because they're all in their own little worlds here. So we get to see Firestar is like, okay, well, I have to get to this class. I'm kind of trying to adjust, and no one's helping me here. And then Beast is like, oh, come here, come here. It's like, help me with this. You have fire powers, right? Because he discovers that the Bamfs are living in the basement. He's like, or in these corners of the school. And there's this teleporter. And this is actually to Nightcrawler in his universe. And they go into the teleporter, and half of them end up probably more towards the Eternal Heaven portion of the section. Then there's another portion where Wolverine and I think it was Northstar, if I remember correctly, that they end up together going to Nightcrawler's father's pirate ship. So honestly, I just had a lot of fun with this issue. Again, I'm not a big Nightcrawler fan, but I honestly really enjoyed him here. You know, you saw him in heaven, enjoying himself, you know, such a religious, and his narration was perfect too. Being such a religious character, having his goal, you know, his heaven, and he kind of is like, you know what, I'm not being pulled away from heaven, but I gotta pull myself away. I kind of have to fall. I have to do something. I have to go back. We don't really know why he wants to go back and why he would actually go back. Maybe he did not die for long enough, I would say. He's only been dead for about 2 years. That's superhero comics for you. But yeah, you know, I really like the way they did this. You know, it's not like, oh, I'm randomly coming back. He actually is like, you know, I have to do something. And I still don't quite understand how he's going to end up going back, even though he's dead. Maybe scientifically, I don't know how that's going to work. It's like, yeah, I was in heaven, but yeah, I'm just coming back because I wanted to. Why only him doing that? Like, why can't other people do that also? So I was a little confused on that portion. But also, this issue did feel a little bit Wolverine X-Men-like, maybe because Jason Aaron, who also writes Wolverine X-Men, is writing this. But I think towards the end of this issue, it does have its own feel, and I really hope it keeps to its own feel. I hope it just doesn't go back to school and we have, like, 2 Wolverine X-Men books. Because that was actually a mini complaint I had here. I was like, oh, are we just going to have 2 Wolverine X-Men books with the same cast? Because after the story arc, like, where are they going to go? Is it going to be a Nightcrawler book? Is it going to be this team? Because, like, then it's, like, way too many books, because you could have had this story arc in Wolverine X-Men instead. So I'm intrigued to see where it goes, to see if it kind of ends up in that way. But I had a lot of fun with this, especially even though I'm upset with Kitty Pryde. I try to forget about it here, even though they mentioned it here, her leaving. I was still happy to see Firestar, you know, a character I do like, come back here, and I think she's a unique character that a lot of people end up liking, but kind of look over at the same time. I feel like she's kind of like a Dazzler character that people look over her. But yeah, she's actually gone through a lot, and I hope they explore more of that. They've mentioned it here, like her going through cancer and everything. I hope we do see that portion of her life also, because it seems like it is a Nightcrawler Firestar based comic, maybe because these are two characters that don't have any other books. Unless Firestar, we might end up seeing her in Wolverine X-Men because of this. But again, will there be a balance of making these two series different? Maybe for this story arc there will. I don't know about the future. But really enjoyed this one overall. Had a lot of fun with it, especially when Warbird, I think that's her name, when she tells Firestar, it's like, oh yeah, I know you have a crush on Bobby. He's like, yeah, you know, I do. And she's like, well, he already has a mate. He's like, oh, I know, but Kitty left. It's like, no, it's me. It's me. He already has a mate. So I thought that was hilarious. That just made me crack up. So, you know, one thing I love about Jason Aaron's writing is that he does that. He makes you crack up at moments like that with these characters. So again, overall, 4.5. Really enjoyed it. Don't know about the future of this book, but this issue I really enjoyed. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Unknown. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Unknown and the Rant Situations. And don't forget to like my Facebook page. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.